And we're back for episode number 5 here of the Sacramento Athletics franchise mode here on MLB The Show 25, and we're starting off the video with a trade. We said in the last episode we needed to find another outfielder, and that's going to be Justin Henry Malloy. Now, is he a long-term solution in left field? Likely not. 25 years of age, but he can hit, and the Tigers had him down in AAA. He doesn't really play the field all that well, but, we're going to have to try something with him, I guess. It's either him or Seth Brown in the outfield. Now, the Pirates offered me Henry Davis, the former first-round pick, for Miguel Andujar. Now, okay, if I was actually offered this in real life, I'd obviously take it. I just feel like that's too unrealistic. Now, I do think that the show gave him a way too low potential. They gave Henry Davis a C potential, but I don't know. I'm just not going to take that. I think it's just way too unrealistic for the series. Now, this trade, all right, I'll take it. Adrian Morejon, 26 years of age, a lefty reliever for Miguel Andujar. I can kind of, see this. Now, I don't think the Padres would offer this either, but I get it more than the Pirates offer, so we're going to take it. Now, we're going to be without Andujar now, which does limit our depth again in the outfield, but I think it's okay. Again, we just got Henry Malloy, and did Miguel Andujar have any plans of being with us in the future? No, all right, and we didn't have plans of that either. And somehow, some way, guys, the Sacramento Athletics are in first place right now in the AL West. I don't know how it happened, and yes, that means our division is absolutely horrible this year, but rolling into this Astros series is, JP Sears tears his shoulder, he's out for a couple months. That's rough. But we're 4 games over, and we have a 1.5 game lead on the Seattle Mariners for first place in the division, which just shows how bad the AL West is. Mitch Spence, by the way, going to fulfill that JP Sears role, and we're going to have a game here against the 28-46 Astros. Now, I'm going to save you some time here, because this game was absolutely horrible. So, here on the bottom of the 6th, Shea Langoliers at the plate, runners on first and second on a 1-2 count. That ball is going to get through, and that might score a run. Here comes the throw from right, and we're out by a mile, but the ball comes out on the tag. So JJ Bleday scores. The A's now have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th. As we look at this replay, throw was on time, on line, but new animation to this game. I didn't think that was going to happen. Anyways, this game's over. Mason Miller gets a 1-2-3 top of the 9th going. Mark Kotsay and company celebrating in the dugout, and that's your ball game. Now, originally that was supposed to be the gameplay in this video, but I didn't want to bore you guys with a 1-0 game, so I'm just going to play 2 today. We move on to our next game. 40-37 are the Athletics taking on the 41-33 Cleveland Guardians, and we are back here at Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, California. So yeah, the A's currently first place in the division, the Mariners 1 game back of them, then the Rangers, Angels, and somehow the Stros are 20 games under, which doesn't make sense, but that's all right. And tonight we will be sending Jeffrey Springs out to the mound, as you can see on the screen. He's looking for his 6th consecutive victory pitching tonight for the Athletics. He's been on fire this year, and really our entire pitching staff has been really good with the exception of Greedo, who has an ERA of 5, but the other guys are playing pretty well. Again, Sears is out with injuries, so unfortunately we have to go back to Mitch Spence in the rotation as well. But the pitching for the Athletics is what has gotten them to this spot so far in Springs over the last 5 games with an ERA of 1.95. So, that will play. We're taking on the Cleveland Guardians tonight. Obviously, this was a playoff team last season, eliminated by the New York Yankees in the ALDS, led by J-Ram Jose Ramirez, as they will meet Jeffrey Springs, 2.30 ERA, sub-1 whip so far this season. Springs will first pitch to the Lane train, Lane Thomas, and Lane hits one to first right to Josh Bell. Bell will put him away. As we now go to the 2 spot will be Daniel Schneemann, the second baseman on the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Springs on the slider away, sets him down. 1-1 pitch now to Jose Ramirez, and that ball is way up, and it is way out of here. J-Ram with a big fly, and the Guardians now go up 1-0. His 17th of the season, and we are just in June. So Ramirez slowly putting together an MVP resume. Here's Big Christmas, Joneski Noel, and that ball's blasted into center field. Esteury Ruiz cannot get there. Noel looking for third. Big Christmas chugging along. He's gonna have a triple. What is he doing? He's going to the plate and he's thrown out, obviously. What is happening? All right, we'll take it. Should have been a triple. Instead, we get out the inning, only down 1-0. Here comes the former Baltimore Oriole, John Means. In his first season with the Guardians, 2.36 ERA for the lefty. He'll see Lawrence Butler first. Butler gets a hold of one. Deep fly, right center field. It's caught at the wall. Okay. Lane Thomas tracks that ball down, and here's your Sacramento Athletics lineup for tonight. It goes Butler, Blade, Bell, Langoliers, Henry Malloy, Urshela, Geloff, Wilson, and Ruiz. I've had smoother lineup introductions. Anyways, JJ Blade comes up on that 1-2 pitch. He strikes out, bringing up to the dish Josh Bell, the switch hitter batting from the right side of the plate, and that is a well-timed hit. Up the middle, 101 off the bat for Josh Bell. He's on first with a single, bringing up Shea Langoliers on the 1-1 pitch. Bangoliers down the line, it gets through. Josh Bell rounding second, heading to third. Ball is dropped in left. Everyone is safe. Langoliers with the double. 2 runners in scoring position now for Justin Henry Malloy. The former Tiger hits one down the line and right, it gets down. Malloy's gonna plate 2, and the A's go up 2-1 here in Sacramento. That's what Justin Henry Malloy can bring to this lineup. Again, not the best fielder, but that's his first double of the season as the Athletics go up 2-1. Gio Urshela on the ground, hitting that ball to short. That is going to end the inning. And my goal for the next couple months is going to be kind of an overall youth movement on this team. Now, we're heading towards the trade deadline soon. I mean, we are in June. You know, the trade deadline is at the end of next month. And if we are in a position right now where we're 40-38, we potentially can make the playoffs. Why not try to make a push, but at the same time still get younger? So I'm looking at guys like Urshela, who has been good all season long. Don't get me wrong, he is batting .250, but if we can find a way to get even younger than Urshela and get a player that can kind of contribute at the same level, then why not, right? I mean, we'll see. Again, I know Urshela's been playing fairly well for us, but he's a 66 overall. It's not too hard to replace in terms of overall. And yeah, we can probably find some younger alternatives. Another guy's Jacob Wilson, right? I mean, I get he's a rookie, and right here he's going to pop out. Wilson's been batting .203 all year long. He hasn't hit a home run this season. I don't know. The jury's still out on him. He was much better in the limited action he got in his first stint, obviously last year with the injury and whatnot, as Esteury Ruiz gets on and swipes a bag. That's what he's been doing all season long. Ruiz now getting close to 20 stolen bases on the year, but this inning will end with the Lawrence Butler strikeout again, dealt by John Means. So I don't know, we'll see what we can do. I want to get younger some, but obviously we have to maintain some veteran presence. We'll try to manage that in the next upcoming videos. But I think, again, the overall youth movement is what we are looking for here in Sacramento. As Brayan Rocchio with a big shot into left field. That one's going to get out of here as the Guardians have now tied this game up at 2 apiece. It is Rocchio's 3rd home run of the season. Again, sending one into the buildings out there in left. The Lane train, Lane Thomas up on the 1-1 pitch. He's going to fly out into center to Esteury Ruiz. And another thing too is Shea Langoliers. I don't think we're going to replace Shea, obviously. He's one of our better overall guys, only behind Rooker and Butler, as that's going to be an infield single right there for Daniel Sheeman, extending the inning to Jose Ramirez, who homered in his first AB this time, a well-struck ball into center field, but there is Esteury Ruiz to put away J-Ram. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd, JJ Blade up first, and that ball is going to be flown out into left. Back to my point, Langoliers, decent overall guy, 78 overall, but man, he is batting .200 this season. That needs to improve, and I really like the production we're getting out of Josh Bell. Again, doesn't really fit the youth movement, but Bell, 32 years of age, batting .250 now for this team, and there is another hit for him. Bell with a double, putting a runner in scoring position for the aforementioned Langoliers, who picked up a hit in his first AB this time, though. Langoliers is going to fly out into right with that shallow fly ball. Here comes Justin Henry Malloy, hard hit ball, it's going to get through. Malloy with another extra base knock. He's going to have 3 RBI already on the night, and we are only in the 3rd inning. Justin Henry Malloy coming through. Urshela on the 1-2 pitch, softly hitting the left. Will it get down? It will not. Thought it had a chance. So Big Christmas is back to the plate after his blunder in terms of his base running in his last AB. He's going to fly out right there to Law Dog Lawrence Butler. Bo Naylor comes up on the lefty-lefty matchup on the ground right to Zach Geloff. Geloff's a guy who doesn't need to step it up in his own right, only batting .210, batted .210 last season as well. I mean, we're still searching for what Geloff gave the A's back in 2023 in his rookie season, but obviously there's no sitting down Geloff as he's going to fly out right there to right. So I think the only moves that potentially need to be made are really just the left side of the infield, Urshela and Wilson. Again, for as much as I like Jacob Wilson, I think he's going to be a good player one day. If we are, and I guess we will see, we're going to do some simming tomorrow as Esteury Ruiz going perfect into left field for a single, bringing up Lawrence Butler. Of course, we send Ruiz again, and there you go. 20 stolen bases already in the limited playing time that Ruiz does have. That's big time, man. He's on second for Lawrence Butler. Butler gonna hit one on the ground. That one, though, is gonna be gloved by Jose Ramirez to end the inning. So again, tomorrow, we're gonna do some simming, see where we're at, and as long as we are, either still in the lead in the AL West or we're only back by a couple games, I will try to get younger in terms of the third base position with Urshela, and then I think, try to add a veteran presence for our shortstop, our shortstop in Jacob Wilson, just because, again, if we are trying to be a playoff team this season, I don't think Wilson's a guy that should be on a starting playoff roster, nor do I think that many of these guys would be well equipped to be on a starting playoff team, starting for a playoff team. But hey, again, the position that we're in right now, we are the only team currently in the AL West with a winning record. Very surprising, as the A's will now go into the bottom of the fifth in this game here against the Guardians with a 3-2 lead. And JJ Bleday, man, he's been excellent. Only batting .240, sure, but Bleday has been a great player for us this season. Power numbers are up since last year, hit 20 home runs in all of 2024. We're not even halfway through the year already, and Bleday's got 11 home runs for this Athletics team. So he's been better, as we now have 2 outs for Shea Langoliers. And I do want to move Shea down the lineup, if possible. Right now, we kind of have to bat him fourth. Again, on an ideal playoff team, that's not where you want to be. So again, I think we're going to be buyers at the deadline. For the first time ever, the A's are going to be buying at the trade deadline. And eventually, of course, the Athletics are going to be forced to have to start winning because of the move to Las Vegas, because you can't have a crappy team in that market unless your name is the Las Vegas Raiders, right? So there's going to have to be some winning baseball here with the A's shortly. Michel Otañez, though, gives up a single to J-Ram earlier in the inning, and now Bo Naylor hits one in the left. It's going to be a double, second and third with just 1 out for Carlos Santana on the 1-2, swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Shea. It's going to score a run. Everybody's safe. It is now a 3-3 game, and what a turning point, man. We could have had 2 outs, runners on second and third, and that strikeout of Tyler Freeman would have ended the inning. Now Gabriel Arias up, and he is going to walk. They are loaded for Brayan Rocchio, who walks as well. It just gets away from Otañez. Oh, man. We could be leading right now. Now we're down 4-3. He will get Lane Thomas on strikes to end the inning, but not ideal. Trevor Stephan now coming out to pitch for the Guardians. 1-2 pitch to Justin Henry Malloy. That ball is struck into right field. Unfortunately, Malloy cannot pick up his third extra base knock of the day. 1 down for Gio Urshela. Swing and a miss on a splitter. 2 down for Zach Geloff on the 2-1 pitch. Geloff hits one hard, and that ball is going to get through. So some life for the Athletics here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs, as that will bring up Jacob Wilson on the 1-2 pitch. Wilson hits one softly to third, right to Jose Ramirez. Let's move to the top of the 7th. Coming in to pitch for the Athletics will be the lefty Ken Waldichuk. Only 5 games pitched so far this season. 4.02 ERA, 8 games pitched, not 5. My mistake. Here comes Daniel Schneemann. That ball is going to be blasted in the left. JJ Bleday with 0 reaction time, and that ball is going to drop. Ramirez now in the 3-2, and that is a no-doubter. Just like the first one, just a ton farther, Jose Ramirez goes 459 feet in the Sacramento sky. It's his 18th of the season and obviously 2nd of the game. He takes Waldichuk yard, and the Guardians now have double of what the A's have. The score is 6-3. Yeah, that's not ideal if you couldn't tell. That's not ideal at all. Bo Naylor comes up on the full count. There's strike 3 from Waldichuk. 2 gone now for the 6th spot. Carlos Santana changed the game with his strikeout in his last at-bat. He'll strike out here. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Tim Herron coming out to pitch for Cleveland. The lefty with a 1.23 ERA will come out to pitch to Esteury Ruiz. Ruiz in the ground. It chops one right to second and straight to Daniel Schneemann. That'll be the first out the inning. We now bring up Lawrence Butler. Law Dog on the 3-2. Hits one hard into left. Not that hard. It's going to be caught by Tyler Freeman. 2 down for JJ Bleday. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Bleday strikes one up the middle. It's going to get through. So another 2-out base runner here for the A's. The 2nd time in 2 innings. As here comes the leader of the book club, Josh Bell. Bell hits one right to second base, and that will end the bottom of the 7th. To the top of the 8th, coming on to pitch for the Athletics will be the righty Tyler Freeman. 3.35 ERA so far in the season, over 51 innings pitched. He will pitch to Tyler Freeman. Freeman hits one hard into right. Again, I need to stop saying that ball's hit hard. It's not. Lawrence Butler has it. 1 out for Gabriel Arias on the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slider away by Tyler Freeman. Sets him down. Tyler Ferguson. Brayan Rocchio, strike 3, cutter in. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Cade Smith pitching now for the Guardians. 3.38 ERA on the season for him over 24 innings pitched. He will see Shea Langoliers first in the full count. Langoliers hits one sky high into center, but obviously that ball has absolutely no carry. There is the lane train, Lane Thomas, to put him away. Henry Malloy's got the average up to 196 now on the season after his 2 doubles earlier in the game. This time, though, Smith will set him down with a sweeper. 2 down for Gio Urshela on the 1-1, and Urshela is just making that trade decision even more easier, even though I think he has one of our highest averages. He does. Again, youth movement. And overall, he's still not great. Tyler Ferguson back out for his second inning of work. He strikes out the lane train, strikes out Daniel Schneemann, and now bringing up Jose Ramirez, who's already homered twice in this game. He's 3 for 4 and batting .320 on the season, but Ferguson actually strikes out J-Ram. So we get to go and hit against Emmanuel Clase in the bottom of the 9th. One of the best closers, if not the best closer in the game of baseball. He will get Zach Geloff to fly out into right field. Of course, the A's are going to need some sort of miracle down by 3 and against Class A. Wilson hits one into right, but again, that ball will be caught. Final hope for the Athletics comes with the 9 spot. That's going to be Esteury Ruiz, and that's strike 3. Class A sits him down with the high heat. So the Cleveland Guardians win this game here at Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, California. This will happen when we play some of the better teams, right? Cleveland's a team we expect to be in the postseason. They will probably, either be in contention for a wild card or win the AL Central. And if we somehow get in the postseason, sure, we are going to be a pretty weak 3 seed. But at this point, right, if we're going to eventually get in, we might as well try and go for it and try to get better this season and buy at the deadline. So that's going to be our entire focus of tomorrow's episode, folks. Bye here with the Sacramento A's. So folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 5 of the Sacramento Athletics franchise mode here on MLB The Show 25. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to join us tomorrow for more daily Sacramento Athletics franchise mode here on the channel. So folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.